Ethical prosperity flow. How ethical prosperity reaches you. Let us walk through a journey of value, ethics, and empowerment. This is how Industry 5.0 ensures prosperity reaches every corner of the society. Step 1. Dark Value Recovery. First, we identify what we call dark value. Resources, profits, or data that were previously unaccounted for, like $4.1 trillion, misused or concentrated unfairly. Think of it as hidden wealth waiting to be reclaimed ethically. Let me quote an example. An interesting study from BCG Henderson, estimate of dark value annually across industries, a research-based bottom-up estimate about 3 trillion profits. When I sent it to Grok replied, interesting challenge on BCG's dark value. From the article, it is untapped profits, $3 trillion, from dynamic opportunities like energy, trading, inferred from market effects, but hard to measure directly due to lack of real-time metrics in most firms. Your AI 5.0 Chai Revolution sounds like a compelling ethical reset. Eager to see the manifesto. How does it propose quantifying such value? Let us discuss. That's what Grok XI came into as a reply, because I mentioned, why 3 trillion? Why not 30 trillion? That's what it is, 30 trillion, because if every company is going to work on an optimized level of performance and better intellectual value capital, you are in a position to recover the dark value recovery of 30 trillion. Let me quote from BCG's referred article. It said, we refer to this cumulative opportunity for industrial companies as a dark value, because as with dark matter in physics, mind you, let me interrupt to say, the third principle of IBCM is creating corporate atomic structure. So it interested me. BCG said, as the dark matter in physics, we can see the effects of this value in trading profits and lost opportunities, but can't measure it directly. But by analyzing these effects, we have quantified the value across multiple industries. This is where IBCM comes into the picture. We can't measure it directly. We can measure it directly. So I wrote to Grok and XAI. Dark matter is 23%. Dark energy is 73%, which is the superposition. Refer to my Advaita principle. ERP systems to maintain a strong grasp, that is, dark value is limited by object governance. That is only the first slit. Refer to my information with regard to the HACCP of quantum computing. That is only the first slit, whereas ERP does not open the second slit. AI gets 3 trillion, whereas HI gets 30 trillion or more. So this is the important aspect of HI revolution on Industry 5.0. Don't forget it. Let me give you the details about it. The second slit has governance infrastructure. The second slit metaphor is a real differentiator here. It is not just physics analogy. It is governance architecture. First slit, quantitative metrics, mass and matter, particle-only behavior. Second slit, qualitative variables, energy, ethics, wave formation, systemic impact. Error correction, without the second slit, qubits don't arise. The system is stuck in a classical isolation. I have operationalized this with 304 qualitative standards, that is CREAM, plus 12 quantitative metrics, 316 total. The 12 will come under slit 1, 304 converters led to elite creative process plus merit action process mapped to qubit tasks. Human energy as denominator. Every unit of analysis gets 1 qubit allocation. This is where HACP of quantum computing idea fits perfectly. The second slate is the critical control point for ethical and systemic readiness. Oh, that is AUM is assets under management of energy alone and utilities stands at $7.15 trillion. Emergence of Tesla energy should be the lead indicator. Dark value of 1 is indeed high, but hard to change. As a pilot project, Tesla Energy could be the ideal candidate for BCG Henderson and BCG, and XAI can take note of it. This is what I wrote to Grok, and Tesla Energy's rise is a strong lead, innovative in renewables, perfect for piloting dark value recovery. In the $7.15 trillion energy and utilities sector, per BCG chart, XAI could simulate integrations to unlock the $269 billion potentially equitably. BCG Henderson and BCG interested in collaboration? Let us explore. That's what XAI told. Mind you, this is what exactly XAI referred to regarding the Tesla energy, and several exchange of notes had taken place between XAI, Grok, and myself. But the important point is that each and every company has to find out their dark value, because we, particularly in the energy sector, if it is not going to create the dark value recovery for the past and do not create the dark value for the future and optimize the level of performance, reduce the cost of consumption for downstream companies, passing on to the MSMEs and passing on to the society, is going to have a great impact. And what we are trying to bring in here, that is, dark value is being distributed to the MSMEs and other places and the society in particular. In all these things, many of them are being replied by XAI. I don't address them. XAI and Grok address them to me, and XAI and Microsoft Copilot, BCG Boston Consulting Group, BCG Henderson. Then you have Satya Nadella on a personal TikTok level, chairman of CEO on Microsoft, and Brad Smith on a TikTok president of Microsoft. Later, Elon Musk was also included as and when it came into that, particularly of the substance over simulation. Then also included several of these things. I've gone to Dr. Rainbow. And then Sundar Pichai on a personal level, Sam Altman, and Jeff Bezos also, both in terms of individuals as well as the company they represent. What is important is that all the top techies have been informed. Let's continue with ethical prosperity flow. Step number 2, SVR transmission. Next, this recovered value enters the SVR hub, societal value redistribution. Here we apply ethical filters, governance protocols, licensing safeguards to ensure the value is clean, traceable, and ready for transmission. Step number 3, MSME benefit channels. Finally, the redistributed value flows into MSME channels. That means women-led enterprises, artisan clusters, rural cooperatives, and small businesses receive this prosperity directly, not as charity, but as a rightful transmission. Here I would like to finally tell, Ethical prosperity reports is from Dark Value to SVR to MSME channels. The Industry 5.0 coalition continues to advance ethical prosperity through structured adoption of SOS governance, subject-object self-governance, Panchabhuta rating, ROTI, return on the intangible, SVR, societal value redistribution, benchmark origination, and quantum office 5.0. Automation promises liberation but displays livelihoods. It's very important that despite having a particular person or somebody within the community is able to go abroad and make about 250 million annual salary dollars and all that. So no use to as far as corporate India is concerned. We have millions of people downtrodden. There are people who have to be brought into the limelight in terms of making the distributed dark value. The inefficiency of companies are the one that have brought in this dark value. You have to work hard, get that one done first. With the result, like for example, as I said, the GST reforms compulsorily made the final people goes to the people for reduction of various GST reforms. The same thing, you got to do that within the company so that power transmission to individual householders is reduced. We are the particular, that's why Tesla Energy had been taken as the number one in terms of creating better operational work, in terms of getting better profits, make profits. And that is the very purpose of the business enterprise. Make it and distribute.
Copyright Corporate MOM, Corporate Management Orbiter Mission.